out the audition fit like a psycho.
Yep, that was me. I was super excited about my audition outfit that I felt like making a TikTok in it. But the plus side was that I felt super prepared and confident, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I prepare myself for auditions in order to feel the best. So hopefully you can do the same. Hey guys. Okay, my name is Jocelyn, Jojo, Joselina, whatever you want. And today we're going to talk about how to prepare for an audition, how I prepare for an audition. I'm going to give you guys some dance audition tips to be more successful and go into it more confidently. So first one is researching the choreographer or the company. So say you have an audition to, say, for the Rihanna Super Bowl, right? First, you would obviously, most people know Rihanna, but you still want to research her. You want to research her mentality, her style, her work ethic, her history, her cultural background, because when there's an artist at an audition, they're looking at all of that, they're looking at kind of what meshes with them, okay? You want to research the choreographer, which her choreographer is Paris Goebel, genius, and you want to research their past work. You could research their past work with the artist and without the artist as well. Just get a feel of everything that they have to offer in their style. And if you're not too good at their style, maybe just watch and learn. Watch a music video, an old music video that they did, and learn it and practice it and drill it at home. So you're confident going into the audition. You're like, okay, I got this style down. Like, even though I'm going to do it the way I do it with my unique qualities, I still am more comfortable because there's different styles and not everybody's comfortable with those type of styles. So you really, really want to do your research beforehand, okay? That's first. Second thing after you do your research, okay, is from the research that you've got is to plan your makeup, hair, and outfit all based on that research, okay? So again, not completely changing yourself, not putting yourself in something or putting makeup on or putting your hair in something that you would literally never walk out of the house looking like. Obviously, that's not going to get you to go into it confidently. But again, utilizing what you have, what you bring to the table, while also having their sense of style as well. So you want to go in and make it as easy as possible for the choreographer, the artist, if they go to the audition, the casting directors, the producers, anybody who's in charge of having any say in if you're booked or not. You want to make it as easy as possible for them to be able to imagine you on stage next to that artist. Okay, going back to the Rihanna example, I guess, with the Super Bowl. And just with Savage Fenty, like, look at all her Savage Fenty pieces. She's the designer of them. So if you like some of those pieces, you don't have to go buy those pieces. Look in your closet to see what kind of pieces are similar to that. What kind of style does she have? Does she like a lot of bright colors, or is she more neutral colors? Stuff like that. What kind of hair do they usually do? Is it, their stuff is very like edgy and cool and sexy. And again, if you're none of those, then I don't know if that is the right job for you. If you're willing to dress up like that and convince them that you are everything Rihanna has to offer, then go ahead. But I have seen that it helps to kind of make yourself look like her past dancers have looked like on stage or like on a project or something like that. And especially with outfits and stuff, if the casting calls for people who have technique, you want to show your legs. You don't want to cover yourself up. Like, I went to an audition once and I remember they said, like, we want to see your technique. Okay, so I wore shorts. Nobody else wore shorts, but I wore them. And you might feel uncomfortable, but it's going to pay off. Okay, so even if you're the only one who's all out, good for you. Because you're the one who, even if you get the job or not, at least you know that you put your everything into it. Okay, so that's number 2, is you really just want to look the part. If it's Rihanna, don't go dancing in something that, you know, Taylor Swift's dancers would dance in, or Pink, or even Ariana Grande. Like, she's a little more, it's like light. It's like light beige, light pink, like cutesy, stuff like that. Rihanna ain't cutesy. She's like greasy. Okay? Not in a bad way. Greasy, like, okay, I'm done with that. You know what I mean. Okay? So outfits, dress the part. They should be able to imagine you in 1 second on stage next to Rihanna. It shouldn't be hard for them. If it's hard for them, then you just gotta go back to the drawing board for the next audition and do a little bit better with that. And the last thing, number 3, after you did all that preparing, it's the day of now, okay? You want to get your head in the game. Okay? It's almost like when you take the SATs and they're like, eat a good breakfast, eat a good breakfast. Please don't go in there like starving yourself, like if you want to look skinny or something, because nobody cares about that anyway. And second, you're not going to perform at your best because you have no energy in your system. Eat a good breakfast. If the audition's not till later, eat a good breakfast, lunch, and maybe if it's like right before, I would say don't stuff your face with Chipotle before. Obviously, you don't want to throw up or, you know, go number 2. But eat what fills you up and what's going to fuel you and what's going to make you feel good and energized. That's 1. Second is I commute from New Jersey to New York City. So whenever I have an audition, I always love to just put my AirPods in. I take the bus and I either listen to music from whatever like artist or company or brand that I'm going to audition for. And I don't just stick to that music. I also will listen to music, my go-to music. Whatever music you know, like, makes you feel like a bad bee. Mine is Beyonce. Like, Beyonce makes me feel like I can conquer the world, okay? So anything. Watch a video that makes you feel it. I love Step Up. Sometimes I'll watch that movie to just make me inspired and passionate and not nervous. Anything that gets you feeling like you are the queen or king of the world. Okay. An example was when I auditioned for Mariah Carey's Christmas show. It was in November, the audition, and I am a strict, like, no, I do not listen to Christmas music before December. As soon as I got that email, Christmas music in my ears 24/7. And honestly, it paid off. Like, sometimes you're going to have to do some things that you don't normally do because getting a job with Mariah Carey or getting a job with Rihanna is not normal. It's cool as hell. It's so cool. So sometimes you're going to have to do some things that you normally don't do if you want to achieve things that you normally don't achieve. Okay? So get your head in the game and don't let anything else distract you. Anything else that's going on that day, zone it out. You know, don't be rude to people, but just be like, you know what, I will answer after my audition. This is really important to me. And this is your career. Like, don't let anything else, anybody else, take your focus away from that. So, in conclusion, we all know auditioning can be the worst feeling in the world. But you have the power to make it feel like the best feeling in the world and to make it feel like a fun experience, like a motivated experience with a strategy. That's my strategy that I use every single time. It's worked many, many times for me. Even if I don't book the job, I have felt so good coming out of it. I know I gave it my all. I know I had fun doing it rather than freaking myself out because I prepared before and I felt good going into it. And a lot of the times, you just might not book a job because of your height, your weight, your skin color, your hair color, your eye color, anything. So it's not always about the dancing. So just go in as confidently as you can. I recommend either if you want to use this strategy, go ahead and write it down, or if you want to make up your own strategy that works with you, write it down. Don't just think about it, because I promise you're not going to probably do it. You're not going to remember. You want to write it down somewhere so you have it, you can study it, so it becomes second nature to you when you're auditioning. So yeah, that's pretty much it for dance audition tips. So if you have any questions, please, please, please ask. I do this because I get fulfilled when I am able to help other people out with what I have struggled with in the past and what I still struggle with today. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, statements, anything, if you have anything to tell me about audition, you have any tips, tell me, like, please tell me. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck.